above my desk, I have this stone form that is hanging. And I have these two little frames that are in there that are not matching anything else, if you can tell. Most of it is vintage or antique. But then we have these two bright white frames. So for ABC April and the letter D, I am going to decoupage these two frames. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou, and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. Well, Mary Lou, what you have here? Well, let me tell you. So, where I live is an auction house, and they do online auctions. And for the last little while, I've had some really good luck with what I've been winning for really steals. This is one of those. So I won this lot of postage stamps. This is maybe 1/6 of what I have. And it is a thick layer of stamps. And look at this writing on here. How absolutely amazing is that? There is so many fantastic bits and pieces in here that I just don't know what to do with it anymore. But and I've been going through it, and yeah, there's things going to happen, but I don't know what yet. But look at these. These are going to stay completely whole because this is beautiful ephemera with handwriting and the date here. I'm not seeing a date. I'm not. 65. That would make sense. But yeah, it is I have one bag is all stamps from between 1900 and 1950. I don't know what to do with all of it. It is crazy. But it also means that I have a lot of stuff that I can use for my projects, because I don't want to just sit on it and not use them, right? Because then it becomes a waste of money. And right now, this is not a waste of money. This is a lot of material that I can work with. So what I want to do is I have these two little frames, like I said, and I want to turn those into something that is a little bit cuter and more me. So I think I want to cover them in postage stamps, and I also have some book page. And I'm going to use Mod Podge today because Mod Podge is the perfect material to use for this. Before I get started, I need to sort because I don't want to use the stamps that have bits and pieces of envelope in there, because that is, I want to be a little bit more selective on it. These still need to, the envelope still has to come off of them. But for example, this is from 2015. I am not too concerned about saving that. It is the vintage ones where I am wanting to keep them. So I kind of wanted to share that with you guys because I thought that was a really neat little thing that I found. I sometimes want to share that, the special things that I'm finding. Yeah. All right. So I have my 2 picture frames, and I need to clean them. So I'm just spraying some alcohol on there and just cleaning it taking all the dust and stuff off of it. And then I'll take it apart. Oopsies. Okay, so now I'm just going to take it apart. There, put that over there. And I'll just let that dry for a moment, but at least now it's not greasy or anything anymore. It's clean and it's ready to be decoupaged. Decoupage starts with the letter D. And the difference between collage and decoupage is that decoupage, you are covering something completely up. So you are not going to have like little bits and pieces sticking out, and like normally I collage and I want like the texture and all that. You don't want texture. You want it to be one with the back of it. And that's what I am going to be doing. So I am using matte Mod Podge and postage stamps. Just in case you hadn't figured that out yet, I'm using postage stamps. But I'm going to start by covering the whole thing in a little bit of pattern tissue. And that is just so that it gets a little bit of tooth to the project. So I'm just cutting it into small strips, and then I can decoupage those strips right over top. And it's very similar to collage, but not exactly the same thing. So there we go. We are going to just put some Mod Podge on here. Go to the inside as well. Right there. And I might keep the insides here just with the brown from the tissue paper. So I'm going to just put it on there like that. And I do want to go around, so I don't want to have anything showing from the white frame. I have that layer done, and I've got that done for both. One is drying, the other one is just about dry. And something that I always end up with is Mod Podge all over my fingers, and it just feels gross, and it is actually like a solid layer. I'm going to take these postage stamps apart, which, you know, if I were to collect them, I wouldn't do that. But in this situation where I want to decoupage them onto here, I don't want to have them like two at a time. I want just one at a time. And I'm just using all different colors. Green. So sometimes I'll use 2 of the stamps. Sometimes I'll just use 1. I'm just trying to keep it as interesting as possible. I think it's really cool. No, I don't want 2 Zimbabwe's. I just want 1. I like this one though. I like the little silver piece in there. It's kind of neat. I'm not sure where these are from. Russia, maybe. So I don't need very many. I just need some. And it is super interesting to do something this way. And then we have Beatrix. And we have these. So there we go. That I have to attach to the frame. So I'm just going to move them off here. At least I have my pile here. And I have my little piece of green paper that I already managed to stick to that. Do you know what? I want to use this one too. Look how cool that one is. It's like a lime green. Okay. So I'm just going to, first off, put a layer of Mod Podge all the way along the top of the frame. And the reason for that is I'm just going to lay them down. And then at least I have them all in the spot that I want them. And then I'll wrap them around in how I want to do it. Because that will have to be done one by one. And they'll have to be cut and all that. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. Well, let's just start sticking them down. So I'm putting glue on the back side of the stamp as well, so that I can stick it down. And same on this side, put glue on the other side, because Mod Podge truly is a glue. There, that's one. Then I think I want to do it that way. So I'm just going to put Mod Podge on the one side of the stamp. And then sticking it down semi over top of the other one. And we'll wrap it around. Like that. Then I have this one. I'm going to stick it right there. And then I am grabbing a little knife. Right here. I'm just cutting it to the corner so that I can put a little Mod Podge behind there and stick it down. Put some on the back and on the side here, and I will just fold that over. And you may have to use your fingers. It sometimes works a little easier when you're using your fingers. because you're going to put a little bit more pressure on it. And the same on that side. So I'm just rubbing it so that I know that it is smooth and it's in there. If I didn't do that, I don't know if it would stick as well as what I want it to. So this is kind of a, for me, kind of a quiet project, but it is fun. And it is something that I've been wanting to do something with these frames for so long, and I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with them. I know what I want to put in it, that's my grandkids, but I didn't know how I was going to do that. Because their frames are just too clean to really be something that would be of interest to me. And now it is fun. This is a fun, fun look. I really like it. So as I'm looking at it, I am not sure if I want to cover the whole thing because I think it looks really cool just like this and having the pattern paper come out. So I just want to put a little bit, like just a couple more, but not a lot. So yeah, I know I said we're going to cover the whole thing, but when you need to be able to pivot and do something different. And the really cool thing is, like, because they're all different, it doesn't matter how you put them down. They're all going to look different because they are different. Oopsies. I really like this. I want a couple that are coming from the side and then coming over. That way it doesn't look like I forgot about the sides. These stamps are solid. There we go. And I want to do that here too. Go use this dude right here. And then I'm going to take my little piece of green paper. Oh, I see one part which isn't completely glued down. There we go. Sometimes just have to push a little with your fingers and get it to sit where it needs to sit. So I'm going to use my little piece of green paper, and I think I want it right there. I think I just want to move one here over the top so that it kind of lines up and comes over to the front as opposed to from the front to the back. There we go. And then I want to do the same thing right down here, and then I think I am good. So there's number one. And in number two, I'm going to do exactly the same way. So I will be right back when I finish that. All right, they are done. I think they're lovely. And all they need now is some pictures. I haven't gotten those done yet, but yeah, how adorable are they? So you can see once they're done, it doesn't look like postage stamps anymore. It just looks like texture onto the frame. When you look up close, yeah, absolutely, you can see that it's postage stamps, but from a distance, it just looks like textured green frames, and I think they're absolutely fantastic in there. So now the shelf looks like it should be looking. So all I have left to do is say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely did. That was a different project, and sometimes I just like doing that. That was the D for decoupage for mass make, no, not mass make March. It is ABC April, so it was the D for decoupage. Sheesh. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because for ABC April, I'm not just focused on junk journals. I am kind of focused on where junk journals came from and all the techniques. And so, like, I am using card making techniques like I did last night during my live. I am using decoupage. I am using art. I am using all different kinds of things. And yeah, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of it. For today, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.